Hi Taurus, welcome to your teen love reading. I'm going to change a few things up. I quite like this better. Well, not better, it's something different, so hope you like it. This is a general reading. It may not resonate. If it partially resonates, if it resonates, great, but if it partially resonates, check your moon, rising, and Venus for a more well-rounded reading for your situation. Also, check other channels. Everybody puts out monthlies, I think, if not weeklies. Speaking of which, I'm only going to do this once a month now. I'll be doing other videos for all the signs throughout the month. I was going to do Patreon, and then I was doing mid-monthlies on here, and I just felt really scattered, and like it was a lot. So I think it's better to just do series throughout the month. So this will be one of them that releases at the first of the month. Yeah, so the next time I do this, it'll be all right. This is, did I mention this was a general reading? Okay, progress. Yay for progress. And I'll clarify where it makes sense to do so, but this one is not requiring a whole lot of clarification. So I'm hitting them hard because I'm trying to break up there's some of them that are still stuck together, so I don't like that. There you are. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Okay, this sometimes to me means give your attention to someone else, meaning pick someone else to give your attention to and to do something for, not the person you've been doing it for, because they don't deserve it. Just saying, oftentimes it means that for me when I'm doing a reading. You know the drill about these. I shuffle off camera because it messes with the cloth and the sound, but these are well shuffled. A couple more. It's for Taurus, teen love, Taurus, love, teen. Oh, new beginnings. This is the overarching the overarching enemy. No, the overarching energy for teen for you, Taurus. Like I said, something different. So, Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Chariot reversed. I swear the deck is not reversed. King of Cups reversed. There we go. Two of Pentacles upright. Four of Swords reversed. Magician reversed. Magician. Five of Cups reversed. No, Five of Cups upright. And Death reversed. Alright, so let me just see if there's any repeats as far as numbers. 4, 7, 1. Okay, so we start off the month. This goes in thirds. For me, I'm reading this in thirds. First part of our middle part of our last part. So like the 1st through the 8th or the 12th, the 8th through the 18th, or to the 12th through the 22nd. It's like give or take a couple days, and then the last part of the month. So we start off the first of the month feeling disappointed about a breakup, an ending of a cycle or relationship with somebody. There's just maybe you're realizing that you and the other person aren't on the same page. You want different things for the future, and that results in like a broken home, broken, I was going to say vows, that flew in there, broken vows, just having to break up. Let's leave it at that. And so this really is speaking to just not being on the same page, especially with this one. This is a Chariot. This is about movement, progress forward. This is progress. And this is about in this case, it would be about all talk and no action. And just the realization that you're just not on the same page, that you're in it, perhaps they are not. You're nothing if not steady, stable, and reliable, and you're just not, this person is not on the same page with you. My hunch is they're more of a free spirit, or they're more of, okay, this just flew out. So we could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Libra. You're hoping for the right thing to be done here, hoping for maybe that apology. Okay. So that's the first part of the month. And it could be that somebody's being petty and shutting down and not talking and giving the silent treatment and kind of playing mind games. Could be that somebody's doing that in the relationship. And it very clearly rings true that just not on the same page. You want different things. It's echoing this right here. This is just lack of direction. It could be somebody might be getting a little feisty, a little salty. This is Cancer, by the way. Cancerian, I should say. Middle part of the month, you've got the King of Cups reversed. This is an emotionally imbalanced person. It could be male or female. This is either person or situation. This could be Cancer also. So you might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or a Cancerian. The middle part of the month, it's a volatile situation, and you're trying to find balance. And now that there's been a separation, it might be that you're trying to figure out what to do with work and home, or what you're going to do. This is talking about being able to do that, finding the balance. But it's going to be a very busy mental time mentally for you, because this is about giving your mind a rest, taking a break from things that stress you out, recuperation, rest, perspective. This is about having to forgo all that and being restless and having just that constant like unquiet mind or unquiet energy. And I think it's because of this breakup, and things are either stagnating in the breakup, someone's being petty, or there's just that realization also that you're just not on the same page and you need to get out of there. We've got an emotionally volatile situation where you're kind of walking on eggshells, and you're trying to strike a balance between work and home and figure out maybe possibly a new temporary or permanent reality, and you don't have time to take a time out from this or any rest from this. Yeah. This typically means somebody that is quite selfish and out for themselves and can be using whatever they have, resources at their disposal, for their own gain only. Could be a narcissist. It could be somebody that just is just very much out for self, that they have all the ability and power to manifest and to harvest their manifestation and to bring anything and everything into being. They've got all the skills and the resources, or they are very skilled and resourceful at not doing the right thing, at not making progress, at not, if anything, they sabotage it. Okay, so this is either a situation or somebody that you're dealing with that's very difficult. There's a lot of disappointment and sadness here, but I think this might be what this is that, you know what, you're looking at this right here, and you got the waters, and to get to that stability to the other side, you're going to have to cross those waters, which means you're going to have to go through something emotional. You're going to have to deal with this sadness, this loss, grieving. But there is a bridge over here in the distance, and there's this lightness around their head, which means that clarity is starting to come, and you're going to realize that you might have lost some, but you still have some. Okay, so you're probably grieving and going through some heartache right now, and you're feeling like you can't move on. Sorry, this is the third of the month. This is the last part of the month. It's just you're going to feel probably stuck. Part of it is emotional. Part of it, I think, is because whatever the separation is, I think there's still some leave behinds. Like, you know how somebody sometimes, like, you know, when somebody stays the night or you live with somebody, it's like, okay, I'm going to leave a few leave behind, so that means that I can still talk to them or call them. Hey, I left this behind. Oh, so how are you doing? What's going on? There could be some manipulation. So that's part of the reason why you can't move on. Okay. And this person typically they're very good at manipulation. This way, it's for the good. It's for manifesting. It's for change. It's for progress. It's for revolution. It's for either a group or themselves. They spearhead things and they get it done. So this could be all about sabotaging any kind of spearheading or not spearheading, sabotaging any kind of movement or progress forward. And I think this is talking about it's funny, I keep talking about progress here and not being able to move forward. We got this not moving on, this not being on the same page, emotional volatility here, not being able to take a rest. And so we got this progress card here. Yeah, that's not, I don't know about that. But wait a minute. But look at this. We got progress. So this is like free-spirited. You're out, new beginnings, starting over, and this is progress. So at what point do something for someone else? I could see this to take your mind off of what's going on. I also think there might be kids involved for some of you, obviously, and because of that, it's like that's part of this restlessness. That's part of this balance right here. Is okay. Now we got to think about the kids. Like now I got to think about me and own. And this naturally takes you outside of the grief somewhat because you've got to be there for the kids, right? But I'm gonna do 2 cards, and it's gonna be clarifying whatever this progress means, okay? Because obviously it was meant for the reading, but I'm not seeing how it resonates. If anything, I'm seeing lack of progress. It could be that slow and steady wins the race, but there's a disconnect for me. So I need to see what it is. 2 cards, please. 2 cards. Okay. I think what this is talking about is eventually this is going to be turned into this. I think this is a temporary position. This could be somebody that is so beaten down emotionally that they're kind of wallflowerish. They're kind of just like, I'm going along to get along until this spell or episode passes. And this is what you have kind of become. So it could be that you're just kind of completely laying low and just keeping to yourself and trying to cause any kind of stirrings as possible because you don't want to set someone or something off. It's emotional volatility here. It could also be that you're tired of being that way and you're on the warpath, which understandable. Obviously, people get tired of being scared or repressed, right? This is about feeling secure and solitary and just being comfortable on your own. So I think for this progress right here, I think it's speaking to, depending on which energy you're resonating with here, I think this is about breaking free. Because either way, this is a path to getting out. Either you're going to kick the door in and be like, no, and it's going to be complete diva and you're going to give as good as you get. Or this is like, okay, I'm just going to go. And then there's this scrambling, trying to get something erected and set up so that you are this. This feels like where you're at, kind of where you're headed or mentally. This is just like dealing with it for now, but this is where it's going to be. This is what your goal is, and you'll get it, honestly. This is like just around the corner because mentally and emotionally you've left this for a while. You've known for a while, and it's just not working. It's just not on the same page. So this right here, depending on which way, either way, this is your ticket out. This energy right here, it's strategic. It knows how to manage situations and people this way, and in this instant, this way also. Also, this black cat right here, to me, it's about, there's not a theory. Okay, just gonna say this. Okay, and I don't want this to sound weird. Just hear me out. Someone once said, and I can't remember who it was, but there's a kind of a theory about comedians or about people that are especially intuitive or psychic or empathic, whatnot, is that there has been there's been, shall we say, training when they were younger to be able to turn inward and to sort of cultivate a spiritual landscape. Just going to leave it at that. This right here, to me, feels like some of you are having to do that. You're having to completely shut off outside and go inward, because that's where you're finding your solace and your sanity and your safety right now. This really feels like it's kind of a volatile situation for you, but it's ending in where, and you are, there's some sadness, but there's also progress apparently, because this is your ticket out to get to this. And it's just a matter of getting out and free, and then you're quite happy, and you're really looking forward to this. I'm quite happy. Sorry. You're looking forward to that in the beginning. You're quite settled. Okay. If not emotionally, at least physically, practically, pragmatically, materially, it feels like that's going to get set up really quick. So then you can turn back around and deal with the fallout of this, but this is not going to be a problem. Okay. It feels like you've left emotionally. It's just the odds and ends that you're going to have to sort out. Some of you are emotional about it, it feels like, but it feels like, all right, this is just something you got to get through, you know? At one time, it was like this was this, but you're being pretty realistic about it, and you're like, okay, onward, forward, moving on. One more card. I'm going to look that up. There's 2 9s there. 9, 9. Just saying. Should know it by now, right? Doggone it. I just did it in another reading too. Receipt. So to me that means you have your answer. You will get your due, and you also have your answer about the situation. Yay. This is just, it's a manifestation card. It's about goals, process, dedication. Stay focused on your progress, because it's going to be worth it in the end. This is a very good omen card. This is about manifestation, about goals, about dedication, progress, sort of getting through all of the stuff to get that crystallized piece of knowledge, or that life that you want, or that job that you, it's about distilling a crappy experience down to get to where you want to go, like going through the crap to get to the good. Okay. Very good omen card right here. So yeah, you're going to be just fine, Taurus. You might have to go through some emotional crap, but that's nothing for you. You're going to be just fine. And you've got progress, and you've got this very stable and contented, solitary 9 of Pentacles person. It could be man or woman. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat. All right. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next monthly. I'm not going to do these mid-monthly because I've got just more I'm going to put out throughout the month. So there's different series and videos. So hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Take care.